We're We the Kings, and this is Encore.
Welcome to the podcast.
Yeah. All right, we'll start it right there. Yeah. Welcome back, everybody. I hope that you enjoyed our first episode of our very first podcast ever.
Episode 2.
This is episode 2. This is an exciting episode because we actually have...
Why is it so exciting?
Great question. I'll tell you. As those of you probably don't know, because this is only a second time, we are doing a completely uncensored, a.k.a. we don't want to edit anything, podcast. But this is very special to us because this is the first podcast that we've done while Charles has been newly married.
That's true.
Yeah.
Oh,
Married man.
Joining the club.
I joined the club.
So right now you are sitting in a back lounge with 3 other married men. You are the 4th.
And while my wife is up front, I'm hanging out with you dudes.
That's true, and normally that doesn't happen, but in the essence of Encore, which is the podcast, if you guys haven't already picked up on, we like to show you guys a little more. I think your wife is probably up front just watching movies, probably wondering exactly where you are.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what she's doing.
So go ahead and...
San Francisco.
We are. Go ahead and introduce yourselves because we have 2 new voices. Coley and Charles are here on this episode, so introduce your name, what you do for the band, and just make up some crazy title that doesn't make sense.
My name is Charles, and I'm Sir Bass Player. Wait, is that good?
You were knighted? When
Is that
were you
good?
knighted
Okay.
when we were in England?
I just
You
got
had that
knighted.
cocked and loaded. He wanted to say that for a long time.
I meant more like, I'm Charles, I play the bass, I'm also the spiritual advice.
Spiritual?
Yeah.
Wait, Coley.
That was like that on those veggie drinks, the spirulina.
This is something new. We just found out Coley does an amazing Chewbacca voice.
No, I don't. I do not.
All right, well, that just set you up.
Yeah. Well, you have to reference a good one before you even hear mine. Then the content. Hunter's got a good one. That's pretty good.
I just want one person to be like, oh, no, they're watching the movie. It's they must have just grabbed that clip.
Well, that's a good Chewbacca, Charles. You got a good one.
When you put it up to the mic, it gets worse.
I think that's.
Oh my God, he's choking.
Yeah, don't die.
Pull it out of your mouth.
All right, Coley, what do you do in this band? What's your name?
My name's Coley Joseph O'Toole.
All right, Coley, what's your name?
Yeah.
We are on our way. We told you it was going to be exciting. How's it going? My name's Danny. I am also the bass player. I'm chewing on pizza. That's so messed up. I'm so sorry. That's smacking around in your speakers. I'm going to pass it along while I finish that, too. Hunter, what's your name?
My name's Hunter.
What would
once
you
again, I
say
play-
you do for the band?
I would say that I play guitar. But we're going great
Well,
so far.
this guy over here. What do you do
what
for
do
the
you
band?
do?
Who are you?
What's your name, Travis?
Hey, my name's Travis Clark. I sing for the band. Hey, Travis, what's your name? I'm currently asking the fans on Twitter some questions. It's part of the segment, so it's I'm trying to tweet and talk at the same time, and I'm horrible at multitasking, as you guys all know. But like Charles said, we are in San Francisco right now, a beautiful city. The show, I believe, tonight is also sold out. I don't know if was our first podcast that we did. Was it a sold out show? There have been all but 2
trying to
shows that have
remember
been
what city
sold
we
out.
did it in.
Most likely.
So more than likely, let's just go ahead and say yes. They were sold out. Coley's clapping for us.
It's been an amazing tour so far. I'm super stoked. Let's make this an amazing podcast. I'm going to fire up. Whoop. Hold on to that mic, Trav. I'm going to spice this one up. Just serve out a jalapeno appetizer. Trav, would you rather play a show where you forget every single lyric to every song and have to make it up, or play shirtless with booby tassels?
I think that not being able to play, I think that not knowing the lyrics, especially to your own songs, is got to be the worst thing ever. There's only so much that you can hold the mic to the crowd. Since being on tour, I've, like everybody else, I've forgotten how to eat. So I think I'm skinnier than I was. So I'm less self-conscious.
Booby tassels.
So I think I'll choose booby tassels.
So
but
don't bring
I don't.
booby tassels.
No.
Show me
That's
booby
the thing.
tassels.
That's the thing. I don't want somebody to bring booby tassels. Be
Yeah.
like, you said it on the
Yeah,
podcast.
whatever you do, don't bring booby tassels. Hold up signs that say, Travis, wear the booby tassels for every show from here on
Please,
out.
for the love of God,
that would be
don't do
too
that.
funny, and we wouldn't be able to focus.
I just gotta kill that dead in the water, because what's gonna happen is one person's gonna hold up a sign, saying it, and then everybody else in the crowd is gonna wonder, what the fuck does that mean?
And you're gonna be right on the spot on that one.
No, I won't be. I will just clearly not call that person out. I'll probably ask security to remove you from the building, politely.
That's a good one. That's a tough one.
Yeah, so don't do that.
Yeah.
Anybody respond yet?
Oh yeah. Well, it's towards the end of the segment that we'll do that thing. Yeah. That special thing that we always do.
So what is your favorite thing to do in San Francisco? Do you have a favorite? Does anyone have a favorite thing to do?
Me and Hunter had terrible food today.
Oh, that's your favorite thing.
Yeah, it was.
We were pretty disappointed about it.
Yeah, we had a great time.
I took him out for a nice, expensive lunch, and
And the food tastes like shit.
yeah, I forgot we're allowed to swear on this thing.
You can say whatever you
I'm
want.
trying not to. My vocabulary is very limited at that point.
Well, you and I being the dads of the
I
band,
know.
we don't want your son or my daughter to grow up and listen to these podcasts and be
Oh,
like,
man.
Dad, what were you saying? And then them start saying it.
already knows the word fuck.
That's my fault. Working in the garage with his old man.
Let's talk about. So we were in Reno yesterday. We had an off day in between Salt Lake City and San Francisco.
One of my favorites.
Shout out to anybody listening from Reno.
Definitely a funeral destination.
Oh, because it's beautiful.
Exactly. I'd only go there after I've died.
Wait, as like a ghost to go gamble?
I mean, I'm just not a big fan of Rio, and not the suburbs.
Oh,
but
Rio.
The heart of
Rio's beautiful.
Or the heart of Reno. Sorry,
Reno,
I love Rio.
I love Reno 911. I mean,
That's a good show.
they pretty much said everything that we wanted to say about Reno. But the reason I brought it up is yesterday, while we were in Reno, our guitar tech, Casey, who's never gambled a day in his life, went ahead and played roulette. He played twice. Okay, so he gave the dealer $20, and the dealer gave him back four $5 coins, tokens, whatever the fuck you call those things.
They're called chips.
Chips, there you go. Everybody that's listening, like, they're chips, you moron. So he gets 4 chips, $20, $5 chips, and he goes ahead and he's like, I'm just going to put on number 6. I was like, oh, whoa. I'm like, that's really not how you kind of spread them out. He's like, I'll learn. The ball rolls, lands on 6, and it's, if anybody knows, it's 36-1. So he won $360, I believe, or maybe technically $350 if he already
No,
put
it's
the $10.
$15, 36-1. Do that math. It was crazy because
Right now?
he was such a beginner.
It's $4.90.
He set that $15 on red. I think it was 16. Whatever, doesn't matter. But we all just kind of sit
he-
back with our arms crossed, kind of laughing under our breath, like this idiot. He'll learn. That's the only way to learn. Bam, hits it.
That was.
I felt stupid after that.
Here's the crazy thing. So he hits 6, he gets all this money. He's like, okay, cool. So that's what you do. Then puts out $60 on 16, a completely different number. Just randomly, and back to back hits both. He walked out of there with $900.
I'm surprised the casino people weren't looking at
Somebody
him.
came out on the bus and said they won $700.
That was Casey.
That was Casey.
Yeah. He's pretty much taking private jets to every tour date from here on out. Yeah.
Got black cars.
Private jets made of cardboard and
They are private though.
Compromise.
But yeah, so the best thing that came out of Reno from We the Kings was that our guitar tech win. By the way, did you go back? Did you win any? Danny?
I did not go back. I played a couple slot machines. I just do max bet and I rip the lever. I love the sounds and the lights.
Maybe we should have Casey gamble away our PDs next time
Totally.
because we're not good at
He
it.
clearly has good luck. He was like, I have no relation to the number 6. I'm just gonna play it. Bing, wins. Okay, cool. Let me just add a 1 to it. I'm gonna put it on 16. Whoa, wow. So just wait. So you win every time?
I started a new investment firm called Let's See What Happens.
Yeah. I can't believe, like Charles said, I can't believe that the pit security didn't come up and say, "Sir, we're gonna need to fuck you up in the back."
We found Danny Ocean.
That's pretty insane, though.
We also-
Have you ever won anything from the casino?
I left yesterday. It sounds like zero victory, but I left with $14 extra than I went in.
Oh, that's nice.
They say if you break even, that's a plus.
Speaking of private jets,
We're not on a tour bus right now. We're actually on our own private jet.
if this thing ever flew in the air, it would be so many safety regulations.
Probably falls.
Yeah, and also a trailer just hanging from the back. We would definitely be falling off the Golden Gate Bridge.
I remember being with Danny once, and you were doing the.
Sorry, hold on. I know this is probably really hard to listen to. We're just going to remind the room that if you're not speaking into a mic, nobody hears you. All right, here we go.
I remember being at the casino with you and doing the max bet thing.
That's the best way to play, isn't it?
You killed it. Like, I remember, like, Allie and I were doing it, and we kept losing, and we look over to you, and you're just like.
Also,
You start dancing every once in a while because the sounds are so
like a couple $100 right in front of our face.
That's the only way you win money.
big
You gotta
balling,
max
big
bet it.
balling, big balling.
Lost everything.
Also,
It was great.
sorry, I'm just wondering what the age demographic is that you're playing next to. Like, if you were to look to your left and your right of the slot machine,
That's true.
it's true. What? I mean, what is that age that you're grouping yourself in?
Actually, you know, like
18,
we were like,
Yeah, sorority girls,
we were,
18.
we
definitely
were in a
not
special section, like
75.
it was like isolated, so it was just
smoking
us.
cigarettes.
There was like slides and there was a swing set and blocks you could play with. It was nice.
It was like that fun sand, like a little sandbox over there.
Yeah. It was a Pokemon Go slot machine.
We are at that time in the segment where it's always fun because we like to kind of oh, nice. I was just gonna see how long you could go. We would like to take some questions, and the first question is as ridiculous as they come. If you could be a Disney princess for a day, who would you be and why?
Ariel.
Yeah, Ariel.
That'd be Ariel. Yeah, you could swim underwater, breathe underwater. Yeah, dude.
Can't sing.
Yeah, Coley would be stoked if he could date Eric, the prince.
He was a handsome devil. But I'd be Snow White because I'd make them dwarves build me an awesome tree fort.
Oh my god!
Actually, Snow White would be pretty good. You get to sleep all day.
Oh, man.
I think
That's
I'd
definitely
be,
Sleeping Beauty, but
I'd
that's
be-
okay.
I would be Sleeping Beauty because I like sleeping. So
Yeah. Okay. Hunter's got it.
Sorry, I didn't know the difference between those two.
What about you? You didn't answer.
That would be Ariel because I have
So three
I have red
Ariels?
hair. Just solely.
Just because of the red hair.
Yeah, I'd be Sebastian the Crab.
was it Tangled or whatever? No, not Tangled. What was the new?
Yeah, that's the blonde hair that.
Yeah, no. What's the Scottish girl that has red hair too?
Oh,
Tangled.
Brave.
It's brave.
Brave.
Shoot the bow and arrow. I'm brave.
Okay, so
Moana, is she a princess?
That's the Hawaiian one. Yes.
Is she a princess though? What's her name?
I think so.
why do you want her number?
Moana,
What's
yeah.
happening?
Yeah, I need to call her.
Okay, your wife's up front. So this is
What's
something cool
happening?
to announce. We are playing Hawaii for the very first time. There's been a couple states that are on our bucket list as We the Kings that we have not yet played. Alaska was on that list.
True.
And
True.
a year and a half ago we got to play it. It was actually at that time in Alaska. I'm not sure how many people are familiar with it, but because it's so far from the equator, it's either always daylight or always dark. And we were there while it was always daylight. So at like 3 a.m., it started to get dusk.
Do you see all the people like stumbling out of the bar at 3 a.m.?
Yes, and being like, well, I don't know where I am.
Putting on sunscreen.
So this is a new thing. We are finally. I don't know if we're allowed to announce it. I'm going to announce it. We are playing Hawaii. I know that some of the Hawaiian fans know.
We already announced it a few times.
Okay, perfect. So
it's
we are
already
playing
out.
Hawaii. It's out there. We're playing Honolulu. We're actually staying for 6 or 7 days. So
Yeah, we're going.
anybody listening who is from Hawaii,
Tell us some things we should do in Hawaii.
or actually this is a really great just excuse to go to Hawaii to see We the Kings play. I mean,
There we go. It's a
I've-
vacation for everybody.
I've never been to Hawaii. You went, and your wife got deathly sick.
Yeah, like Danny, myself, and Allie went. Danny and I left early because we had a show, and Allie stayed back one day and ended up getting dengue fever. You don't know.
Perfect.
It's true.
Don't put that juju on us. Coley, have you ever been to Hawaii?
Never, but my wife has.
Just shoved that microphone in his face so hard.
Let me paint the picture real quick. We're in the back lounge right now. It is close quarters, but you really do got to reach in order. Okay, here let me pick the last good question. They're all very
Did
good
you
questions.
say no, but my wife has, or were you trying to say some Hawaiian? Naba wa mahama. You speaking the native tongue? Naba wa mahama.
Oh, this is perfect. This is very relevant. I almost said revenant. I want to watch that movie so bad. This is very relevant for today. Who is the cleanest on the bus?
I would vote Chuck. He makes his bed.
What the fuck did you just say?
You were the cleanest today.
Not when Jenny and Kinsley come out.
Yeah.
Just in general, I think is the
I
question.
would say Chuck.
Yeah,
Charles.
Fuck's Chuck.
Charles.
Is it because I make my bed?
I noticed you make your bed all the time, so
Yeah.
I consider that a part of cleanliness.
Thank you. I try to be.
All right.
You win the award today, Blue Ribbon.
Oh, this comes at a weird time when Travis has just completely scrubbed down every inch of this bus because Jenny and Kinsley are coming.
I wonder why you
Understandably,
asked that question. That's so interesting.
but any other day,
It backfired. Everybody's like, Charles is the cleanest. What the fuck? So today, the reason I'm throwing such a hissy fit is today I decided to clean the bus for the past 3 hours. I like giving the other guys like a little bit of shit. So Hunter and Coley, they were like, hey man, we're gonna go to the tavern, grab some food. You want to go? And I was like, yeah, I'll definitely be there. I'm just gonna clean the entire bus real quick. If I had said clean the bus real quick, that wouldn't have been like as low blow. When I said clean the entire bus, it kind of makes it seem as if I'm also going to go into your bunk and your bunk and your bunk and clean your shit for you. But today I cleaned that because my wife and daughter are coming tomorrow to our LA show, and I thought that would be nice.
did you find anything gross? Like, what's the weirdest thing you found in here?
Oh, the avocado.
the avocado?
Wait, what was it?
He found an avocado that was moldy as fuck.
Yeah, and instead of instead of throwing it away,
It was wise. It was saying riddles.
instead of throwing it away, I asked. Instead of throwing it away, I made sure to ask everybody if it was okay for me to throw it. So that was my just busting everybody's balls. I was like, Charles, were you saving this avocado? And I'd put it in his face, and the thing is no longer that dark green. It's just white fuzzball. It looks like a piece of cotton. And then Coley comes out of the bathroom. I was like, Coley, are you saving this avocado? It was lodged in the back of one of our cabinets for whatever reason.
Really?
It was pretty disgusting. Well, did you want it?
Yeah, I was actually saving that.
right.
I'm trying to make penicillin.
Is that how it's done?
I don't know. Is it?
That's
crazy.
some Breaking Bad shit. Hey, we love you guys for listening to this podcast, and it's just gonna get more and more ridiculous. But continue to listen. Did I say watch? You can watch it. You can definitely watch the screen, but continue to listen, and we will see you very soon. So good night from San Francisco, California. Peace. We the Kings is Travis Clark, Hunter Thompson, Danny Duncan, Charles Trippy, and Coley O'Toole. Check out We the Kings at wethekingsmusic.com. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at We the Kings. Encore is a part of Uncover Studios. Be sure to subscribe on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play Music, or wherever you get your podcasts so that you don't miss a single episode. Check out more shows from Uncover on uncoverstudios.com. Executive producers are Dave Kiney and Caroline Valentino. We were produced this week by Adam Raymunda. Music by Adam Raymunda. Thanks so much for listening.